Don't take this question personally, Alan. I didn't write this question. All right. Okay. Now, what sort of person would say that Alan has a very small penis? I'm sorry.
My wife.
No!
And this is a legal question.
It is very much a legal question, yes.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you the world we're in. We're in the world of defamation, all right? Let's say I was to write a novel about someone who presented a quiz show called K.I., who was called Simon Dry, and he had a regular sidekick with curly hair who was called Andrew Devons, and had a very small penis. The idea is that he'll never sue, because he'll never say, this is obviously based on me. Because no one will say, it's obviously based on me, because my name's like that and I've got a oh, hang on. So that's the idea, is that when you want to slander somebody, you put in certain things that they would never admit to. They'd be too embarrassed to say that it's like
Why do we get away with that as stand-up comedians when someone heckles you and you have a go back and you say something in front of a room of, you know...
Well, it's a kind of understood contract between an audience and a comedian that, that someone heckles and you go, if I want any shit from you, I'll squeeze your head or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, some stuff. So,
what else would you say? What other things?
I'm aware of my best heckle remarks. But what I mean is, if you made a joke heckle, that's not defamatory. Okay. I think that's the point.
Tit for tat doesn't stand up in court, does it?
No, I don't think so, exactly.
He started it.
Yeah, exactly. But there are various defences. In the case, which is an obviously untrue one, of Alan's small penis, for example, one defence is the truth. The person does have a small penis. The other is parliamentary privilege. So a member of parliament can get up and say, Alan Davis, Mr. Speaker, has a small penis. So
another member of parliament get up and say, he's a grower, not a shower.
The point is, you couldn't sue either of them because under parliamentary privilege, there's no action that could be taken.
There's increased privilege in peer-reviewed scientific journals as well.
Oh, that's privileged?
Yes, it is to some extent. I could publish a paper reviewed by my peers about your penis, and I would be relatively immune unless I was being malicious about it.
Right. Now, that's the phrase, of course, they use in American defamatory law, is absence of malice. If you can prove absence of malice, then you can say almost anything.
Yeah.
Which allows...
I like his small penis.
Yeah.
That's cool. Very, very tiny, but it's wonderful.
Surely at some point sarcasm must come in.
Well, there's that, if you can prove that, exactly. So the other one is good faith. I genuinely thought he had a small penis. I didn't mean it as defamatory. It was said in good faith. That's one thing. The other is opinion, which is, it was just my opinion. Compared to mine, it's small, okay? Right?
It's a review.
It's a review, exactly.
1 star.
The other is the public interest. The public has a right to know the size of Alan Davis's penis. That might be a defence. The other is consent. He agreed with me about the size of his penis. The other one is vulgar abuse. Surely you didn't believe me when I said you had a small penis. I was just being rude to you. I was not defaming you. It'd be like if I called you, you know, one of the unacceptable taboo swear words. If I called you a motherfucker, you know, it's not defaming you. Whereas if I actually wrote down that I believed you actually incestuously did have sex with your mother, that would be defamatory. So that's the difference.
Not with a penis that size, is it?
That's just going all over the place.
Can we see the evidence? It's all about evidence.
Not from there, it's mine.
No,
Brian.
Remember the first person at home going, I should never have gone HD.
Rise. Thank you. Thank you. There is a...
Is this on BBC Three these days?
So sorry, Brian, I know. Anyway, that's the point. But why don't we try it? Let's get up. Let's all get up and show each other our genitals. Come on. Come on. people getting cameras out. That's it. There is social networking.
He's got a very long telephoto lens as well. It's insulting.
You won't see mine from there, you know.
Maybe the audience can take their clothes off as well. You feel good about that?
Yeah, I
All
feel
right.
more comfortable.
Okay. I hope the BBC lets us share this moment. So, 1, 2, 3.
Trousers on.
Oh dear, we seem to have a technical problem. We're working to fix that as soon as we can. And good, it's fixed now, so let's get straight back to QI. Hopefully we haven't missed anything quite interesting.
Oh, it was very good. That went well. I thought that was very, very good. That was interesting. Very interesting. I can see why they call you Brian Cox now.
Yes. And a blue one is
Yeah, I know. Anyway, we've learnt a lot about each other and about the audience. Thank you for participating as well, audience. It was very interesting. It was very revealing. And talking of revealing, there is something, after all, to be said for crotch eyeballing. There's a lot more to be said for score eyeballing. And my goodness me,